Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." And that single truth holds the entire foundation of self-love. Because real self-love isn't a bubble bath, a spa day, or a temporary distraction. It is the discipline of protecting your mind, honoring your values, and refusing to abandon yourself, even when the world does. Most people seek love by chasing approval, validation, or attention. They wait for someone else to choose them so they can finally feel worthy. But a Stoic doesn't wait. A Stoic builds a life where peace, dignity, and inner strength come from within, where self-respect is practiced, not begged for. Today, you will learn 8 Stoic habits that help you finally love yourself without needing anyone to validate your existence. 8 habits that anchor you, steady you, and rebuild you from the inside out. Before we begin, take a breath and comment below. I respect myself. 1. Live by virtue, not approval. If you want to love yourself without needing anyone, you must start where every Stoic started, with virtue. In Stoicism, virtue isn't a decoration. It isn't a nice-to-have quality. It is the core operating system of a human life. It tells you who you are long before the world decides what it thinks of you. Most people don't realize this, but the reason they feel empty, insecure, or easily shaken is simple. They are living for approval, not principle. And anything built on the shifting opinions of others will collapse the moment those opinions change. Stoics anchored their identity on 4 virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Not on compliments, not on popularity, not on being chosen. Because when you live by virtue, you always know how to act, even when no one sees you, applauds you, or understands you. Let's break this down. Wisdom means you pause long enough to ask, what is the truth? What is actually happening? Most people react to imaginations, fears, and assumptions. Wisdom pulls you out of that chaos. It helps you see clearly instead of emotionally. When you start choosing clarity over dramatics, you automatically start respecting yourself more. Because you're finally living from a grounded place, not a wounded one. Justice means you commit to fairness, being honest, being decent, and being someone you can rely on. Not to impress anyone, but because your character matters more than your image. Self-love grows when you can look in the mirror and say, I'm someone who does the right thing, even when it costs me. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's acting in spite of it. It's speaking truthfully, setting boundaries, doing the uncomfortable work that builds inner strength. Each act of courage deposits self-respect back into your soul, and self-respect is the purest form of self-love. Temperance is your ability to not let impulses, cravings, or emotions rule you. A person without temperance becomes a prisoner to everything: people, moods, dopamine. A person with temperance becomes free. When you live by virtue, something extraordinary happens. You stop chasing validation because you finally trust yourself. The world's approval becomes optional. Rejection loses its power. Someone's silence no longer destroys you. Your worth stops fluctuating with other people's moods. To practice this habit, try the 4-question virtue check before decisions. Is this the wise choice? Is it just and fair? Is it courageous? Is it tempered, balanced, and grounded? If your answer is yes to all 4, you're aligned with your highest self, and no outside opinion can shake you. End each day with this simple ritual. Write 1 moment where you acted from virtue and 1 moment where you didn't. Not to punish yourself, but to guide yourself. Self-reflection is the sharpening stone of character, because the truth is simple. You don't need anyone to love you if you deeply respect the way you live. Virtue builds that respect, and respect becomes the foundation of unshakable self-love. 2. Master the 2 circles of control. If you want to love yourself without depending on anyone, you must learn one of the most liberating Stoic skills: separating what you control from what you don't. This alone can save you years of pain, anxiety, and emotional dependence. Because most self-hatred, insecurity, and overthinking come from trying to control things that were never yours to control in the first place. People suffer not because life is cruel, but because they fight battles that don't belong to them. They try to control how others feel, how others respond, whether someone stays, apologizes, appreciates, or validates them. And the more they try to control the uncontrollable, the more powerless and unlovable they feel. Stoics solved this by drawing a sharp mental line every morning. What is up to me? What is not up to me? You control your choices, your effort, your attitude, your standards, and your reactions. You do not control someone's opinions, loyalty, emotions, past wounds, timing, or honesty. The moment you deeply accept this, your relationship with yourself transforms. This habit creates self-love for one profound reason. You stop blaming yourself for things you never had power over. Think about how often you've asked yourself, what did I do wrong? Why didn't they appreciate me? Why didn't they choose me? Why don't they see my value? None of those questions lead to peace. None lead to clarity. They only feed the illusion that your worth depends on someone else's internal world. Stoicism frees you from that illusion by returning you to your rightful domain, your own mind, choices, and values. Here's how to practice this habit in real life. Every morning, take 30 seconds to write a 2-column list. Column 1. What I control today. My effort, my tone, my discipline, my boundaries, my honesty, my attitude toward difficulty. Column 2. What I do not control today. People's moods, people's reactions, delays, disappointments, inconveniences, outcomes, opinions. The past. Then make a simple vow. I will give energy only to column 1. This tiny ritual reduces overthinking by half, because your mind finally has a map. It stops trying to fix the unfixable. It stops chasing validation from unpredictable people. And it stops tying your worth to responses you can't influence. Here's the life-changing part. When you focus fully on what you control, you become powerful. When you release what you don't control, you become peaceful. Power and peace. That combination is the birthplace of real self-love. And the results become obvious. You stop trying to save relationships that drain you. You stop begging for closure. You stop rewriting conversations in your head at 2 a.m. You stop apologizing for things that were never your fault. You stop trying to be perfect just to avoid someone's disapproval. Instead, you become grounded, steady, unbothered, not cold, but clear, not detached from life, but detached from illusions. Practice this every day, and you'll realize something profound. You don't need someone to stay in order to feel whole. You don't need praise to feel worthy. You don't need approval to feel enough, because you are operating inside your circle of control. And that is where self-love finally begins, grows, and becomes unbreakable. 3. Emotional governance, the S.T.O.I.C method. If you want to love yourself without needing anyone to repair you, reassure you, or stabilize you, you must learn to govern your own emotions. Not suppress them. Not deny them. Govern them. The way a wise ruler governs a kingdom, firmly, compassionately, and without panic. Most people don't struggle because their emotions are too much. They struggle because no one ever taught them how to work with their emotions. They were taught to react, to explode, to withdraw, or to numb. And so their feelings run the show, leading them into impulsive choices, toxic relationships, unnecessary conflicts, and waves of self-doubt. When your emotions govern you, you become unstable. When you govern your emotions, you become unstoppable. That's what the Stoics mastered. They understood that the difference between suffering and peace is rarely the situation. It's the interpretation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The mind adapts and turns obstacles into fuel. Your feelings are not the problem. Your relationship with them is. To build real self-love, you must stop being afraid of your emotional storms and start managing them with clarity." And the simplest Stoic tool for this is the S.T.O.I.C method, a 5-step process that interrupts emotional chaos and restores control. S. Stop. Freeze the moment. Don't speak, don't text, don't act. Just stop. Most damage comes not from emotion itself, but from the instant reaction to emotion. T. Take 3 breaths. Slow inhaling, slow exhaling. This resets your nervous system and switches your brain from survival mode into reasoning mode. O. Observe. Name what you feel without judgment. I feel hurt. I feel threatened. I feel ignored. When you name it, you tame it. I. Interpret. Ask, what story am I telling myself? Is it true, or is it fear speaking? Often the pain is real, but the story we attach to it is exaggerated, outdated, or inherited. C. Choose. Choose the response aligned with your values, not your impulse. Choose the reaction that protects your peace, not your ego. When you practice this method consistently, 3 things begin to shift. 1. You stop personalizing everything. Not every delay means rejection. Not every silence means abandonment. Not every conflict means you did something wrong. 2. You stop chasing emotional rescuers. You stop depending on someone else to calm you down. You stop asking others to validate your pain. You stop placing your peace in someone else's hands. 3. You build unshakable self-respect. Because each time you choose restraint over reactivity, clarity over chaos, and dignity over desperation, you remind yourself who you are becoming. And that reminder is what self-love is built on. Emotional governance doesn't mean you never feel deeply. It means you feel deeply without losing yourself. It means your emotions are guests, not dictators. It means that even when your heart shakes, your core stays standing. Try this tonight. The next time you feel triggered, hurt, or overwhelmed, whisper to yourself, S.T.O.I.C, I'm in control. Then walk through the steps. Do this daily, and you'll no longer search for someone to hold your emotions together. You'll become the one who holds yourself together with strength, patience, and dignity. 4. Negative visualization for inner peace. One of the most misunderstood Stoic practices is negative visualization, imagining loss, challenge, or disruption before it happens. To many people, it sounds gloomy or pessimistic, but in reality, it is one of the most powerful tools for building emotional freedom, inner peace, and genuine self-love. Because the truth is simple. Most pain doesn't come from reality. It comes from being caught off guard by reality. People become devastated not because something bad happened, but because they expected life to always go smoothly. People to always be loyal, timing to always be perfect, and outcomes to always favor them. Expectations create fragility. Preparedness creates strength. Negative visualization is not about dwelling on tragedy. It is about rehearsing resilience. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that people might be rude, ungrateful, selfish, or unjust before he even left his bed in the morning. Why? Because when you expect the nature of life, life can no longer shock you into suffering. Pain becomes manageable. Challenges become familiar, and emotional chaos loses its power over you. Here's why this habit builds real self-love. When you prepare for difficulty, you stop blaming yourself when it arrives. You stop thinking you're cursed, unworthy, or unlucky. You stop taking setbacks personally, and you begin to trust your ability to handle whatever comes. That trust is the deepest form of self-love. Let's break down how to practice this habit in a healthy way. 1. Morning scenario rehearsal. Spend 1 quiet minute each morning imagining one inconvenience or discomfort that might happen today. Someone might disappoint you. A plan might fall apart. Traffic might make you late. A conversation might not go as expected. Then ask, how will my best self respond? Not the reactive self, not the fearful self, but the self anchored in virtue and clarity. Visualizing your response creates emotional muscle memory. When the moment actually happens, you're not drowning, you're ready. 2. Relationship clarity training. Imagine that someone you rely on becomes distant, inconsistent, or emotionally unavailable, not to suffer in advance, but to strengthen yourself in advance. Say to yourself, I will not collapse. I will feel the emotion, understand it, and remain whole. This softens attachment anxiety and reduces dependency. It teaches you to love people without needing them to be perfect or predictable. 3. Gratitude through impermanence. Spend 1 minute imagining losing something you take for granted. Your health, a friend, your home, your morning routine, even your breath. This isn't morbid, it's awakening. When you realize everything is borrowed, you stop demanding, resenting, or expecting endlessly. You start appreciating fiercely, loving consciously, and living intentionally. Gratitude becomes natural, not forced, and that gratitude strengthens self-love because it shifts your focus from what's missing to what's meaningful. 4. Emotional immunity. Building. Negative visualization creates a psychological shield. When you rehearse adversity, you build emotional antibodies. You're no longer devastated by inconvenience, shaken by rejection, or destroyed by uncertainty. You become calm. Not because life is easy, but because you are prepared. Practice this every day and you'll notice something remarkable. Stress hits softer. People hurt you less. Unexpected problems no longer feel like personal betrayals. Why? Because nothing surprises the mind that has already prepared itself. And a prepared mind is a peaceful mind. A peaceful mind is a powerful mind. And a powerful mind no longer depends on anyone else to feel complete. 5. Brutal self-honesty through daily journaling. If you want to love yourself without needing external validation, you must learn the rarest and most transformative habit of all. Brutal honesty with yourself. Most people never develop inner strength because they never look at themselves clearly. They avoid their truth. They distract themselves from their patterns. They sugarcoat their mistakes. They justify what is hurting them. They rewrite their own story to feel comfortable rather than to grow. But what you refuse to face will always control you. Stoics knew that self-love begins with self-honesty. Marcus Aurelius wrote his meditations not to impress the world, but to confront his own weaknesses, flaws, ego, fears, and temptations. Seneca reviewed his day every evening, examining his missteps and moments of virtue. They weren't judging themselves, they were training themselves. Journaling is not about being poetic or perfect. It is about being precise. And precision with the truth is what builds self-respect. When you write honestly, you uncover the real reasons you get triggered. You see the patterns behind your emotional reactions, and you understand why you tolerate what hurts you. Journaling exposes the stories you've been telling yourself, and more importantly, the stories you must stop telling. Here's why this habit builds unshakable self-love. 1. You stop abandoning yourself. When you lie to yourself, minimize your pain, or pretend everything is fine, you are abandoning your inner world. Journaling is the opposite. It is sitting with yourself in truth. 2. You stop repeating the same mistakes. People don't stay stuck because life is unfair. They stay stuck because they don't review their actions. They move blindly from day to day. When you write, you finally see the pattern. And once you see it, you can break it. 3. You build integrity with yourself. Self-love requires trust, and trust is built through honesty. Each time you write the truth, even the uncomfortable truth, you strengthen your relationship with yourself. To practice this habit, use the Stoic 6 questions, a simple but powerful nightly ritual. 1. What did I do well today? Acknowledge progress. Self-love grows when you recognize your own effort. 2. Where did I fall short of my values? Not to punish yourself, but to guide yourself. 3. What emotion controlled me the most today? Why? This reveals triggers, fears, and unresolved wounds. 4. What belief powered that emotion? Every reaction comes from a belief. Expose the belief. Change the reaction. 5. What can I do better tomorrow? Small improvements compound into transformation. 6. What am I grateful for today? Gratitude shifts your mind from scarcity to sufficiency, the birthplace of self-love. This process takes 5 to 10 minutes, but it rewires the mind in ways people spend years searching for. Journaling becomes your mirror, your teacher, your therapist, and your compass, all at once. It grounds you, it humbles you, it strengthens you. Being brutally honest with yourself is not self-criticism, it is self-respect. Critics shame you. Honesty frees you. Critics break you. Honesty rebuilds you. And when you consistently tell yourself the truth, you stop needing someone else to tell you who you are. You become your own source of clarity, direction, and self-understanding. Practice this nightly for 1 week and you'll notice the shift. You'll feel more stable, more self-aware, more disciplined, and more connected to who you truly are. That connection, honest, unfiltered, courageous, is the foundation of real self-love. 6. Practice voluntary discomfort. If you want to love yourself without depending on anyone to save you, soothe you, or motivate you, you must become the kind of person you can rely on. And there is no faster way to build that kind of inner trust than through voluntary discomfort. Choosing small, controlled challenges that strengthen you before life forces its challenges on you. Most people crumble under pressure, not because they are weak, but because they never trained their mind or their character when life was calm. They chase comfort, indulge impulses, avoid difficulty, and then wonder why the smallest setback breaks them. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it erodes resilience over time. Stoics understood this deeply. Seneca slept on the floor, wore rough clothing, and practiced going without basic luxuries to remind himself of a simple truth. You suffer more in imagination than in reality. Voluntary discomfort teaches you that most of your fears are exaggerated, most of your limits are imaginary, and most of your obstacles are survivable. And when you learn that, you stop seeking safety from other people, because you discover the strength already within you. This habit builds self-love in a powerful way. It shows you that you can endure. And once you know you can endure, you no longer beg for reassurance or approval. Let's break this habit down. 1. Physical discomfort builds mental discipline. Cold showers, early morning workouts, fasting for a few hours, walking instead of driving, keeping your phone out of reach. These small challenges signal to your mind, I don't avoid discomfort, I engage it. Over time, your brain becomes less reactive, less afraid, and less dependent on instant gratification. You stop needing someone else to tell you you're strong, because you feel your own strength every day. 2. Emotional discomfort builds courage. Voluntary discomfort also means doing emotionally difficult things, having the uncomfortable conversation, saying no when it feels scary, telling the truth instead of being liked, setting boundaries instead of pleasing, walking away from disrespect even if it hurts. Each act of emotional courage deposits self-respect into your soul, and self-respect is the foundation of self-love. When you consistently do what is right instead of what is comfortable, you stop seeing yourself as fragile. You become someone you admire. 3. Material discomfort teaches you. Freedom. Try spending a day without buying anything unnecessary. Eat a simple meal. Take a break from social media. Reduce the luxuries you rely on. These acts remind you that you don't need much to live well. The less you depend on external pleasures, the more you depend on inner strength. And inner strength is the only wealth no one can take from you. 4. Psychological discomfort builds identity. Doing difficult things is not about suffering. It's about shaping identity. When you choose discomfort, you tell yourself, I can do hard things. I don't quit when it gets tough. I don't need someone else to rescue me. And identity shapes destiny. Try this. Choose one discomfort per day, a cold shower, a difficult task, a tough conversation, a disciplined choice, an honest reflection. Make discomfort a training ground, not a punishment. Because when you voluntarily walk into small discomforts, life's real storms stop terrifying you. You become calm, capable, and grounded. You love yourself not because someone praises you, but because your actions prove your strength. This is the quiet, unshakable confidence of a Stoic. 7. The art of saying no. If you want to love yourself without needing anyone's approval, affection, or constant reassurance, you must master one of the most sacred skills in Stoicism, the ability to say no, calmly, clearly, and without guilt. Nothing destroys self-love faster than living a life built on unwanted yes. Saying yes to things that drain you, saying yes to people who disrespect you, saying yes to commitments you resent, saying yes just to avoid being disliked. Every unwanted yes is an act of self-abandonment, and self-abandonment kills self-respect. Without self-respect, self-love cannot exist. Stoics believe that your time, your energy, and your attention are sacred resources, and protecting them is a moral duty. A person who cannot say no becomes a servant to everyone else's agenda. A person who can say no becomes the author of their own life. Let's explore the dimensions of this habit. 1. Saying no is self-protection. Boundaries are not walls, they are filters, deciding what energy enters your life. When you say no, you are not rejecting people. You are protecting dignity, peace, priorities, and well-being. Say no to people who drain you. Say no to favors rooted in manipulation. Say no to tasks that don't align with your values. Say no to conversations that damage your mental health. Every no to them is a yes to yourself. 2. Saying no builds self-respect. Each time you deny something that violates your standards, you reinforce your identity. You tell yourself, I matter. My needs are valid. My time has value. My peace is not negotiable. Self-love is not a feeling. It is the memory of thousands of moments when you protected yourself. 3. The guilt of saying no comes from conditioning. Most people feel guilty not because no is wrong, but because they were raised to believe that being useful equals being loved, that compliance equals worthiness, that sacrificing yourself makes you good. Stoicism breaks this illusion. Being good does not mean being available. Being kind does not mean being exploited. Being compassionate does not mean being drained. The Stoic path is balance, not martyrdom. 4. Practical Stoic boundaries. You can use today. Here are 3 simple, firm, respectful ways to say no. I'm not able to commit to that right now. Clear, calm, closed. Thank you for asking, but I'll have to pass. Polite, yet firm. That doesn't align with my priorities at the moment. This reinforces your values without attacking anyone. Use them exactly as written. No over-explaining, no long justification. Stoics taught that the moment you start over-explaining, you hand away your power. 5. The 7-day boundary audit. Spend the next week noticing who drains you, who disrespects your time. What do you say yes to out of fear? Where do you lose energy? Which relationships only survive because you keep sacrificing yourself? Then reduce, remove, or restructure each one. Because if you don't protect your peace, no one will protect it for you. 6. Saying no makes you emotionally independent. When you stop over-giving, you stop over-needing. When you stop chasing approval, you stop fearing rejection. When you stop saying yes for acceptance, you start living from strength. And that is the point of Stoic self-love. Loving yourself enough to choose yourself. Say no to what harms you. Say no to what drains you. Say no to what diminishes you, even if it disappoints others. Because the person you must stop disappointing first is you. 8. The morning self-respect ritual. If you want to love yourself without needing anyone, you must begin each day by anchoring your mind, your values, and your identity before the world touches you. Because the first few minutes after waking are the most vulnerable and the most powerful. They determine whether you spend the day reacting to life or leading it. Most people wake up and instantly hand their peace away to notifications, to social media, to other people's expectations, to yesterday's anxieties. Before they even take a breath, their mind is already crowded with noise, and a crowded mind cannot love itself. Stoics understood that how you start your morning determines how you handle everything that follows. So they created rituals, simple, disciplined, grounding, designed to root the mind in clarity and virtue, not in chaos. This final habit is the glue that holds every other habit together, a 7-minute morning ritual that rebuilds your self-respect before you face the world. Let's walk through it. 1 minute of breath reset. Before you touch your phone, sit upright. Inhale slowly. Exhale even slower. This signals to your brain, I own my mind before anything else does. You shift from reactivity to presence. Stress lowers. Awareness rises. Self-love begins with self-presence. 2 minutes of control. Write down 2 lists, what I control today and what I do not control today. This instantly frees you from emotional traps. No more wasting energy trying to manage people's moods, opinions, or behaviors. No more self-blame when life doesn't go your way. From the moment you wake, you choose peace instead of panic. 3 minutes of virtue. Setting, ask yourself, what virtues will guide my actions today? Pick 1, 2, or all 4 Stoic virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, temperance. Then state your intention clearly. Today, I act with courage. Today, I choose justice. Today, I practice temperance. This transforms your day from aimless to purposeful. Self-love becomes a behavior, not a feeling. 4 minute of negative visualization. Imagine one inconvenience today, a delay, a misunderstanding, a difficulty, a rejection. Then visualize yourself responding calmly, firmly, wisely. This doesn't create negativity, it creates immunity. Instead of being blindsided by life, you walk into the day emotionally armed. Preparedness is the deepest form of self-protection. 5 1 minute of gratitude list. 3 things you are grateful for, especially small, ordinary things. Because gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to sufficiency, from what's missing to what's meaningful. And a mind that sees enough is a mind capable of loving itself. This ritual takes 7 minutes, but it gives you 7 hours of peace, discipline, and emotional grounding. It rewires your identity from the inside out. You stop waking up needing someone to text you, validate you, reassure you, or choose you. You start waking up already enough, already centered, already stable, already whole. Do this ritual for 7 mornings and you will notice the shift. less anxiety, more clarity, stronger boundaries, deeper confidence, a sense of inner steadiness that no one can give you and no one can take away. Because when you begin the day with self-respect, you move through the world with self-love. When you practice these 8 Stoic habits, something extraordinary begins to happen. You stop abandoning yourself. You stop negotiating your worth. You stop chasing people who are never meant to define you. Instead, you build a life rooted in clarity, dignity, discipline, and inner strength. You begin to trust your own judgment. You learn to stand firmly in your own values. You become someone you can rely on, not only on the good days, but especially on the difficult ones. And that is what real self-love is. Not a feeling, not a mood, but a daily commitment to protect your peace, honor your boundaries, and live by your principles. If any part of this message resonated with you, don't let it fade when the video ends. Choose one habit. Practice it tonight or tomorrow morning. Small actions compound into identity. Identity becomes destiny. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this episode helped you, please like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs strength today. And before you go, comment below. I choose self-respect. Because every time you say it, you take one step closer to loving yourself without needing anyone.